Welcome to the second part of this video tutorial on how to use Microsoft Word to draw a diagram. We have successfully inserted a diagram found in a textbook in a new document that we may be working on. This document could be a test, notes, or any Word document that includes a diagram. In this video tutorial, we will learn how to edit the diagram so that it fits our needs. Let's say we want to remove or add any labeling in the diagram. And this is how we go about it. Step 1, save the diagram as a picture. So this is our diagram. Let us left click it so that we reveal this borderline of our diagram. We are going to right click. We get this drop down menu, save as a picture. We click that, and then we are prompted to enter a name for our picture. Let's call it picture 1. We will save it as a JPEG, and now we want to decide where to save it. Let's proceed to our desktop because we want to save this in our professional document organization map. So we go to Science Department, Physics, and here we have digital content, and I have a folder labeled diagrams. So we are going to save it here as a picture there, and it is saved as a picture. So in step number 2, we will open the diagram using Paint. This is a program that comes with Windows and is found under Accessories. We will use Paint to edit the diagram. First, we need to open the diagram. There are 2 ways to do that. One of these ways is to right-click on the diagram. So let's proceed to the diagram. Now here we have our diagram. We select it and then right-click. We'll get this drop-down menu. We'll come to Open With, and then we follow this link here, and then Paint. So we click on that, and our diagram opens. So let's make it bigger. In my test, we've got this question here. Fleming's left-hand rule is used to predict the direction of the force on a conductor carrying current in a magnetic field. So I want the student to state what each of the fingers represent. That is the thumb, the first finger, and the second finger. So what I need to do is to remove these wordings here, motion, field, and current, so that the students can fill up these spaces to show that they really do understand what the thumb, the first finger, and the second finger represents. So let's go to the diagram so that we can remove these words, motion, field, and current. So we'll get our eraser here. And first of all, there is also these wordings here that we can remove. Then I erase these words here. Erase carefully because we don't want to tamper with the actual diagram. Then you erase this motion. Like that. And you also erase this. Like that. So you could remove anything in the diagram. And after you've done that, you proceed here and click Save. And now our diagram is saved with those new changes. So we're going to close that. We go back to our diagram here. We want to replace this diagram with a new one. So how do we do that? We just click that and we come to Insert, Picture. It is found in our professional document, Organization Map. So we trace it to our professional document organization map, diagrams, and here I have the diagram with the new changes. So I just need to double click it and the new picture appears here. Here you can see I've removed the words motion, I've removed the field, and I've removed current. It's up to the students to fill up these spaces here. I can go ahead and add other features depending on what I need on the diagram. For instance, I might want to put an arrow here showing that the thumb is pointing upward, this one is pointing to the right, and this one is pointing out of the board. And this is what I do. I go to Insert, then I go to Shapes, and I pick an arrow here and come and put that arrow there so that it points to the right. Format the arrow so that I make it a little bit thick like that. Can reduce its size and all that. We also need to put an arrow pointing up here. What I need to do is just copy this arrow, copy it, and then paste, and then just bring this arrow here, rotate the arrow so that it points upwards, we downwards a little bit, copy the same arrow and paste, bring that arrow here so that now it points out of the board. And you can see I'm adding further editing on this diagram. I could also decide to label this diagram the way I feel. So feel free to use Insert, Shapes, as you could do a lot with that tab there, Insert, Shapes, in order to edit the diagram the way you feel. In our next lesson, we are going to see how we can design a question bank in your subject.